Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Ivan and this is the series where we start small and hopefully end up with Megabase. In this episode I think we're going to keep expanding the bus and probably finish up the smelting arrays, and I think we can see the biters now and we are actually polluting the biters. So I guess we are going to have to build some defenses as well. Let's see, we also want the fast inserters. That's good. And I need to remember the lamps. Now I should also look at the smelting array itself, because we have, let's see, these have a crafting speed of 1, belts move 15 now instead of 13.333, 13 and a third. And the smelting process is now 3.2 seconds instead of, I think it was 3.5 before the patch. So 3.2 and 15 a second. That means for 10 we need 32, and then we need 5, that's 16, so we need 48 now. That's exactly the correct amount. That's very nice. They must have changed that to fit our smelting arrays. Because earlier it used to be 46 point something, and then you rounded up to 47, but to make it even on both sides you had to have a number that fits, so 48. So now with the same amount of forges we're going to make at least 10% more, a bit more than that, 10% more iron from that. That's very nice. I guess they made the game easier in a way. Not noticeably, I guess. Oh, still missing inserters. Need to put the power here so the ones we placed can start. Let's see now. We should also get more gears. It's so fast to handcraft everything when you have the gears and you have the green chips. It looks like we have a lot of green chips now. Research is complete. Let's finish up the projectile damage. Let's see. It looks like there's no way to see that we already started this, because I started this before, I think. Yeah, it didn't reset at least. That's good. But it doesn't show anywhere that it's almost complete. Let's finish this smelter while we are at it and make sure we have enough materials, which we do. We can also tear down this part now. We don't need it anymore. It's so nice to transition from the early game thing to bus. Oh, and should place turret here and here. Don't have a lot of ammunition though. That's definitely something I need to set up a temporary machine to do as well. Just keep making that ammunition. What did I do? Yeah, there we go. We want these to be symmetrical because this might be the array we use to create the blueprint. If if I don't wait until we have better power poles and then make the blueprint. I know that we don't have enough mining drills yet, but that's something I will add. But I'm going to start building stuff first, so we get the production going. Sorry. Sorry about that. And we need a mall. We definitely need a mall. Let's chop some wood to make room for that. We also need to finish up the array here. We can do it on this side. That one was one below. Is this? Yeah. Ah, I wasn't hindering anything though. Now on this one we need to remember that the red are out on this side and the yellow are in. Like these don't need to be that far apart. There we go. And copper. I'm going to expand the bus as needed because everything right now takes time because we don't have robots that help us build. And there, 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 and there. This will look so much nicer with the improved power poles as well. And we have completed the research. Okay, so let's. What's the next spot? I guess we want the steel and more logistics, more automation. That's nice. So let's start going there. Probably need a turret down here as well, just to make sure. Oh, and I almost forgot again. Setting up the ammunition. I'm going to do it here in our temporary array spot. Ammunition needs quite fast inserters because they use 4 each for a second. But we only need a yellow out. Yeah, that's fitting. And for now, we set up this one in the middle of everything. Also have to get a submachine gun. We don't need this gun anymore. Probably need a chest for stuff I don't use anymore, and that means burners, which are used though in producing boilers. No, that's the furnaces. Okay, so furnaces we keep, ditching these and ditching the gun. Ditching this. Losing my train of thought. Oh yes, we were supposed to start a mall. I'm not going to do one mall that makes everything. I'm going to make a couple of lines that produce different stuff dependent on what materials are needed. And the first thing I'm going to make is an array that crafts inserters and assemblers, because that's the base materials. And then I'm going to set up a big one for or an expandable one, I should say, for belts and underground belts and splitters. So let's start here with inserters. We need one machine for the common inserter. Let's give it some space. This is for the red ones, common ones, fast, and the last one, the filter. I'm usually very bad at planning to make stack inserters as well. They use fast inserters, which will be built here, so we can probably plan for it now. Let's see if we can plan for it without any issues. But later on, it's very easy to just set it up, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I like the whole incremental thing. So we need gears, and we aren't going to bust the gears. I've decided that that's not going to happen. But gears are going to be on this side, and then iron is going to be on that side as well. So let's bring the iron. It's going to be here, but just on the one side, so I'm adding the belt in the other direction. And one machine here. This is getting, well, not dangerously, I guess. It's getting close to the bus in any case. So since the inserter is put the material on the furthest side of the belt, this will work like that. And if I need more, I can just add additional machines to this. Don't like to handcraft the green circuits when we have an array for that. So I can just add them up here. Okay. Now, this one also needs green. So we're going to add greens up here. Green and green. Now we also need the exit, but I'm going to use undergrounds and chests for that. Let's bring our green chips. I'm going to bring a full belt of these, even if we don't need it for just the inserters. The reason I'm doing that is because I will use the other side of like here for other machines, because that's it's an easy way to build, I guess. Okay, and the chests, let's make wood chests for now. We don't need our wood, and we don't need, and like so. You need gears as well. So you go there. You don't need anything, and you need a plate. Okay, and here, here, and here. Let's limit the chests like so. Just need one stack of each. Going to go with 2 stacks of those and 2 stacks of those. Let's see what happens when we power it all up now. And we need, of course, inserters on the green. There. This is nice. Starting to get the stuff going. Haha. Good enough, good enough. Now we need green signs before we can do any of this. And the tool belt just expands our inventory now. That's nice. That's new. And for these we need steel. So a bit pointless still. Let's just go with a generic weapon upgrade for now. And we need assemblers. I'm going to do assemblers here. I'm also going to check what we need for the blue assemblers. They need the same, but they also need steel. So this is going to be a steel belt, I think. You are steel. And I'm going to make the blue one there. And I'm going to do the same here. So we have a chest. In, out, and in. It's been a long time, I think, since I made a bus that went rightwards and not up or down. So that's a bit different for me. It takes a second to get used to new kinds of buses like that. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. And it looks very clean from above, at least when the bus is expanded and we get all the stuff on it. You can be blue. And I guess if we have steel here, we can also have iron here or something else, so we can use it for this one. We can add here. And because as long as everything just uses the same materials, I'm going to expand this for a second, like so. This is one of those that drains all the materials until it fills, and then it's done. Then it doesn't drain anything. And we don't use things fast enough for it to be, for us to need more production, I guess, more belts, more gears, and so on. So it's fine as long as stuff is being made. It doesn't have to be that fast for now, anyway. You are doing great. Let's do 2 stacks. And let's limit you as well to 2 stacks. So now this is going to work, and this is going to pollute a lot, because now our miners are running on full force, and I also need to add more miners, I see. So let's do that now. 10 more? Sure. 5 on each side. There used to be in miners, we used to need, I think it was 26 per array, but now each array will make 15 instead of 13.3. So I guess we need 10% more, so 3 more maybe, 29 to fill a belt, and that means 30 to fill both sides, or maybe 28, we'll see. How many do we have now? That's 18. Okay. And of course, it depends on what belts we use, which speed of the belt. Now I'm going to do the belt array, I think, but I'm going to leave quite a bit of room here because I want to have room for machine and oh, I can't pick up the ghost. Let's try this new option because it's nice to be able to not there, discard, okay, interface there, pick ghost item if no items are available, confirm. Let's try this. Then it picks a ghost and we can place the ghost. Yeah, that's nice. And possibly 2 belts on this side, so we need to, and then we leave a bit of room for breathing. And a little bit of room upwards as well. So now we do, let's see, like so. This is going to be making gears because the belts need so much gear. And I'm considering, yeah, let's do twice as many. And the reason I put them this close to each other is that we are going to use we're going to have one belt here and one belt above here. So I guess it's still very close to the bus, but we can deal with that. Oh, 23 machines already. This is very nice. Stacks of inserters as well. Haha. Okay. This means that we can start actually using blue inserters now. And that does work a bit faster. You see that these have a tiny break between. So we can upgrade. I guess we don't need to upgrade the iron. We do need that when we get faster machines, I think. No, we probably don't because we use the red inserters. So we have to use the picking up 2 materials at once upgrade. But still, it helps a tiny bit right now. And belt and gear. This part is such a magical part of the game where we have belts, inserters, and stuff like that being made by itself. I really enjoy that part. Now you are a belt for gears, and you are a belt. Well, I'm going to turn this, I think. Let's see if we can. No, we still have to place it all. Huh. Yeah, I'm a bit confused when it comes to that. I was sure there was a mechanic that you could turn a full belt, but apparently either it doesn't exist or I'm doing something wrong. Alt mode on. Leaving a tiny bit of breathing room here. And so our iron supply now is very limited, I see. But until we get defenses, I don't want to increase the mining that much. I just want to build, because we have enough materials to build what we want right now, so we don't need to expand everything to crazy amounts yet, anyway. And so should probably start making steel as well, because I want to make this array with power poles. But to do that, we need the green science. We just need 30 though, and yeah, that's very doable, like manually doable. You go ahead. Just need 30. That's 50. That's fine. Start making. Research has stopped now as well. I think that's because of copper. Oh no, it's working, just very, very slowly. Copper is soon out though, so I guess good timing, decent timing. And you can use a tiny bit more ammunition. I heard that the biters are a lot more dangerous now than they used to, so I'm a bit, I wouldn't say worried, but I have to be a bit careful when it comes to that. Okay, so we have the belt array, and I'm just going to make sure that we do it correctly now, because I'm going to expand this one into blues as well. And now, of course, yellows on the way. Red, I mean. So the splitters need circuits, and the blue splitters need red circuits and lube. So I'm going to do the splitters on the right side because there's more room here. So let's go like this. This is to let the gears flow all the way up. Now, I might not be doing this in the cheapest way, and I know this, but right now, because of the map, even though it's a rail world, so the patches will be quite far apart, they are very, very rich, and that's on purpose. So cost doesn't really matter in this series. It just matters in the beginning because it takes longer to get it going. Now let's see. Out, 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 and in and out. Don't need more than one stack here. When we get to circuit conditions, we probably need even less. This is nice. It's going to be a big drain on iron again for quite a while. That's okay. That's part of the plan. It could be, oh, this is nice. The power wasn't that bad, but it would, of course, be better with. Now let's see. I'm going to move this slightly so it goes here instead, because then we can put the greens and reds. Need to remember that, and reds. And you go here. The iron is here, and then the copper is there. And one in the opposite direction, so we only get one side of the belt, and there we go. And probably using all blues here. Definitely not needed at times, but it's not a big drain on electricity, and I have a tendency to forget which need what. Now all of these need iron, and just to make completely sure, these don't, and oh, where's our next one? There, and these don't. So iron through like this, and chests like so. Let's limit it to 400 of these and 2 stacks of, whoa. First biter attack. That was scary. I almost jumped in my chair there. Sorry. Okay. Need to get the per pack. And I'll turret this one off. Don't want to lose this ray. Now, this isn't working for some reason, because I haven't put on the thing for gears. This one doesn't need gears. This one doesn't need gear. Alright, okay. Well, it's just like this then. Now we will just keep going. As long as we have iron, which we don't. New turret up here. Probably go hunting soon, because we have 2 packs getting polluted now, and there was a change in the way they do the biters now. So if your pollution keeps spreading, it won't absorb more than it kind of needs to attack. That means that you will have attacks from more different directions now, and you won't have the like the closest ones used to absorb a lot of pollution, so only those attacked. But now the pollution is going to keep spreading. It will only eat enough pollution to make it more angry and attack. It won't eat the rest and kind of stack up on pollution. I guess that made sense in my head, but it might have been a lacking explanation. Now we see that iron is really struggling, and the belt array always makes the iron struggle a lot. Probably don't need these two. $26. That's the exact amount we need for an old yellow belt, I think. So let's see how that works. It's not the same amount on each side though, so I guess one side will be full and the other one won't. Let's do this the proper way and just overkill it, because we need to have more anyway soon, because we will quite soon, I think, get red belts. And so yeah, this is definitely a full belt when we power these. And a new turret is needed up here, just in case. I'm not sure how fast they eat turrets now. People say that they are a lot more dangerous when it comes to that. Oh, and it's dark again. I'm going to be better this round at placing lights everywhere, so we can actually see the base at nighttime on YouTube as well. There we go. And how are we doing over here? We're doing good, actually. This is great. It looks a bit sad, this belt, but it's not. It's not bad. We have everything we need now, basically, to start science. Let's make sure the belt is full here. Yeah, it's full now. That looks so nice. A full belt of iron, and these new belts are brilliant. It's so subtle, but it looks so good. And with more spaghetti, it kind of even looks better. I think I'm going to move this over here, just because it might look even a bit more clean. Over there. Yeah. It's very close to the bus, but I'm okay with that. Ah, yeah, you're lacking iron, okay. And I guess science might be the next part now, because we do have, oh, we have science. We have 50, right? And then I think we're going to do the power poles, and next project is going to be one array for steel, but I'm not going to make the steel array without having steel. That's that might sound very silly, but it's a pain to do steel without having the power poles, because then you have to kind of change how you build the array, and I like to build it in a certain way. So I have a tendency to make a tiny temporary smelting thing like this, and then we will get some steel, and it will give us enough steel to get power poles, which is the important part, because we can turn this down. And a power pole, I forgot to place the science. The power poles don't need a lot of steel, so we can handcraft the first ones. Oh, let's see, let's place half in each and let them distribute. That looks nice. I like the way they also insert beakers now. Well, it's not actually beakers, as people say, but let's call them science beakers. They insert them even though the machines are offline, even though they don't need that kind of science. They insert, I think it's up to 2 of each, might be 3, I don't know. But that's neat, because you get a tiny bit faster start when it comes to the science there. If you have a delay between sciences. Now we have steel, and I was looking for the steel pickaxe now, but that's not something we're going to use anymore. Now, full stack, half a stack, because that one gets the iron last. And we're getting there. This is very nice. I like this a lot. And we need to upgrade our furnaces and belts to get more out of this one. So I'm going to add another one as well. But I'm still I am a bit afraid of the biter attacks. And our pollution is going to to just rise a lot if we add more. So let's wait and see. Doing the whole temporary green science as well. So we can get anywhere we want in the science tree, I guess. But I'm not going to start anything new now because we are at a very good stopping point in the episode. And we are advancing. We have set up the I guess we shouldn't call it a mall because it is not a proper mall. It doesn't include everything, but it has a couple of things we need, the most basic ones. And next episode will be expanding iron, possibly steel, and possibly science. That's nice. So thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.